What's up, everyone? Welcome to the very first episode of 2019 of Just Another Tuner. Today we're working on, you guessed it, the Mazda. We have to replace the gasket that goes between the turbo and the manifold. So that is what we're doing today. So stay tuned. Alright, so here's the gasket we're going to be replacing. And the first one I put in was a Cometic gasket, which I don't recommend. But because for me it didn't last very long. Now I don't know if I just didn't do something right or whatever, but it blew out way too early than I thought it should. So this time I bought a metal gasket, and it's going to go between the turbo and the manifold, like I said. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that for those of you that do not know, and that's what we're going to do. So let's get going. Okay, right there is the turbo where it meets the manifold. Let's go see if I can get down in here to where you can see it. But this is what we're going to be replacing. So the gasket that goes between here, and you can kind of see it where it's missing. So there's a gasket and then there's nothing. So this whole left side over here is completely blown out. So it's really loud. Well, not really loud, but it's loud and doesn't sound very good. And of course we got power loss and everything. So we're going to be pretty much all you're doing is there's 4 bolts. Obviously there's one over here, one up front, one right down here, and then one right back there. So you just take those 4 bolts out and that'll, you know, make your turbo become loose or whatever. But we're actually gonna keep everything intact. Like I'm not going to take the oil lines off. I'm not going to undo the intake pipe or anything like that because I don't really think it's necessary. Slide the old gasket out, put this, and then we'll inspect the manifold and stuff to make sure that there's no kind of gunk or anything on it. Then we don't need to remove it or try to clean it off first. So I'll probably end up wiping it down anyway just to make sure. But and then we'll slide the new gasket on and bolt it up. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I forgot that I was going to undo my downpipe as well. That just makes it easier to get to your bolts that are down here and to undo these, so you just have more room to clean and put it all back together whenever you're done. So all I can say is, wow. So this is the gasket that I just pulled out. See, like the other half just separated. Like even this came apart. Like it's supposed to be together, and the other half's missing. This is our new one that we're going to be putting in. So my advice to you, if you're going to be doing this turbo swap on your Mazda, is to not buy one of these Cometic gaskets. If it says Cometic, I would definitely stay away. Let's see if we can get this focused here. There we go. Yeah, because it's definitely it's crazy. Alright, so I'll show you what we got going on over here. Focus here. Okay. Alright, so as you can see, we got the turbo undone. So what we're going to do is just we're going to clean this up a little bit right down through here between the manifold and the turbo. Put the new gasket back on. Then we'll just put our downpipe back on. And then the only other exhaust stuff that we need to fix is still down here, which you can see my temporary fix. Maybe, yeah, there we go. All them. See, you can see one of the clamps right there. because I had to extend my downpipe to make it work, but we're eventually going to pull that back off and get that welded completely up. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now, is just put it back together. Okay, so I got this back on together. One thing I wanted to mention is I am still waiting for my other gasket to come in, the one that's going to go between here and here. So currently, even though people are probably going to give me flack, I'm not running a gasket in between this right now, but it's just temporary. So once it comes in, I'll be unbolting all this and putting a gasket back in. And I'm getting ready to get new hardware for this too. So one thing I don't know if I mentioned that I had to remove, well, at least makes it easier, is this little grounding bar thing for the motor that goes right here. Just makes it easier to get to. It's just 2 bolts that hold it in. So I'm about to put that back in, and then we'll give this a start and see if it sounds quieter or not. Which it might still sound a little bit loud because, like I said, there is no gasket right here right now. So we'll see if it's a lot quieter than what it was in those last videos. Alright, well, it is quieter, but I was noticing a bunch of oil dumping on the ground. I don't know if you can really see it or not in here. No, you can't really see it. But anyway, the oil was dumping on the ground. Apparently, when I was doing this, somehow I broke my return line. So, yeah. Yay me. So now that's something else that we're going to have to fix. Well, there you have it. We replaced that gasket. Well, no, there it is. Alright, there you have it. We replaced that gasket. So that not even hardly a third of it was still there. But anyway, all in all, I thought the car was quieter. Obviously you could still tell that it had those few exhaust leaks that I told you about because we don't have that one gasket yet. So besides that, it's quieter. Now just be careful and don't damage your return line on your turbo when you're doing this, because you will find oil dumping on the ground and you might find a rod through your block or a locked up engine if you just let that go. So anyway, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you liked what you saw today. And if you have any questions about turbo in your car or Mazda or anything in particular, please leave in the comments below. I try to always get to the comments when I can, so I will answer every comment when I am able to. So thank you all for watching and have a great day.